Hello everyone! Welcome once again to brandaocollection. Today we're taking a look on how to correctly set up your photos for a private autograph send-in signing. So stick around here and we'll take a look right after the jump. Alright, so jumping right into today's topic, we thought it would be interesting to go into the ways to make sure that you're preparing your photo to be signed the way that you want it to be signed when you're sending something in for a private autograph signing. We've spent a lot of time on our channel here talking about all these different items we've gotten in over the last few years when it comes to private signings through different signing companies. And we thought it would be nice to kind of pass that information down so that way if you're interested in sending something in to get signed, a photo of your favorite actor, your favorite scene, your favorite film, you know that you're doing it correctly so that when you get that item back, it looks as perfect as it can possibly be working together hand in hand with that private signing company. So before we jump into things, if you haven't already, please remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell notification to be notified when we post new videos. We have some more exciting things in the very near future, but for now, we're going to jump over and we're going to go over how to set up your photo properly for a private send-in signing. Alright, so jumping right into things, before we actually select which photo we're going to use, and before we start getting into that, the first thing we're going to do is talk about what supplies you need to gather in order to get started. And the first supplies you're going to need is your blue painter's tape, which you can find at any hardware store in packs and for fairly cheap in those cases, so you can have those available. The next thing you're going to need is a pen. I have a special kind of permanent marker here that is a little more thin, but you can use any type of Sharpie or any other type of pen that you like to use. And then the next important thing are your traditional Post-it notes, and specifically in this case, your traditional yellow Post-it notes. And the reason for that is that when you add these to the photo, it has that extra stickiness if you use those specialty Post-it notes, if you use the ones that come in different colors or have extra stickiness. You don't want to use those because they can leave residue on the photo, and you don't want that to happen, especially on your brand new prized possession. So you want to use your traditional, regular yellow Post-it notes in order to best safely keep that photo in the condition you want, even after removing the Post-it notes after the signing. So what we're going to do as an example is we are going to use this 8x10 photo of Andrew Garfield from Spider-Man No Way Home as our example photo and example private signing that we're going to be sending an item into, specifically a photo. And as we're getting that ready and as we're selecting which image we're sending into that signing, you want to make sure that you have it in a nice level space that you can work with, a nice clean work area. Once you have that all set up with your photo, now we're going to start marking it up with those Post-it notes to make sure that we have it specifically the way we want it to be signed. So the first Post-it note we're going to put on here is designating what specific area we want that signing to happen in, the name of that signer, any additional items that we paid extra for, such as your character name, any quotes, or possibly even inscriptions if you want them to write it to yourself or maybe even your family's name. You want to double check with the private signing company that you're ordering through on if any of those extras do cost extra, because that does happen in the current market of private signings, that you have to pay extra for inscriptions, character names, and quotes. And if you didn't pay extra, that celebrity is not going to offer those when you sign. And then the big piece, other than the name of the signer and where you want it signed, is selecting the pen color of how you want that item signed. It's very important to make sure that based on where you are pointing to get that signed, that pen color matches. It's something that's going to pop, that's going to look good in the color scheme of where that is going to be signed. So for example, we're actually going to show you what it will look like is that here you'll see those arrows pointing to where we want that item signed. We have the name of the celebrity, Andrew Garfield. We paid for, in this case, a quote saying, "I am Peter Parker." And then we're stating that we want it signed in silver because we're pointing towards that dark kind of black area of the photo. So that silver color is going to pop more when we're looking at the image once it has been fully signed. Once we have everything on the front set up, we're going to flip that photo to the back. And now we're going to provide that signing company with contact information for yourself. And of course, your order information. So that way, this follows that photo along from beginning to end, so that it makes it easier for them to keep track of it and make sure that order gets back to you safely once the signing has been fully completed. So the post-it note we're going to put here on the back should have some basic, very important information. That includes your full name, your address. Now you can put here either your physical address or you can just put your email address, whatever is easier to reach you at and easier to associate directly to your name. And then the most important piece other than your name is putting your order number on that post-it note. So no matter which signing company you may be working with and sending into, you want to make sure that order number is on that post-it note on the back of your photo so that it follows once again that photo from beginning to end and is allowing everyone to keep track of it successfully to get it to you as quickly as possible once the signing has been completed. We are going to put a little bit of blue tape at the bottom of that post-it note just to secure it a little bit more through its many travels to different places over the time since you send it in until the moment it gets back into your hands again. So you want to have that secure. Now, one last piece as we're finishing up, putting all of our information together to make sure that the proper information is communicated to all parties. Now, if you purchased authentication for your photo, or you're sending into a company that just automatically adds authentication to your photos, and you want to specify specifically where that authentication sticker is going to be placed, if you have a preference on that. Now, if you have a preference and want to state that, you can have it on either the front of the photo or maybe you want it on the back of the photo. So you want to make sure that you're putting a post-it note on the photo itself, letting everybody know, okay, I want that sticker on the back, or you can just leave it the way it is, and most of the time they will place that photo sticker on the front if there is no direction being told to the signing company. The next step, now that we have our photo all marked up with the instructions we want to show to the send-in company, now we're going to prepare to actually mail this out to the send-in company directly. And the first step is actually putting this photo safely into a plastic top loader. So you want to make sure that you very carefully put that photo into the top loader to make sure you don't cause any damage to it. You want to make sure that you're not catching any of the ends of those post-it notes so that you can safely get it right in there. And now it's a nice way to keep that photo in a nice rigid sense, so that way once you actually put it into your mailer that you're using, it's going to add that extra layer of protection no matter what may happen as it's making its way from your home to the send-in company you're using for the specific signing. To be more accurate on your shipping cost, I do recommend purchasing a small scale that you can buy on Amazon and other big box stores as well. This will allow you to be more accurate with your shipping and be able to lower your costs, because you want to be sure you're not overcharging yourself for shipping and you're a little bit more accurate. So in the end of the day, you're saving some money. Another item that I personally use when it comes to mailing out 8x10 photos for a signing are these 9x11.5 photo document mailers. So these come in a 25 pack here on Amazon, and this will give you more than enough room to actually fit that 8x10 photo that's in a plastic top loader, and also provide you enough room to put the cardboard around that top loader to give you that extra mailing protection and still have a nice way an easy way to mail this out safely, securely, and fairly quickly without adding any additional costs for heaviness or for larger packages. So it's a nice quick way to do that, and you can buy these in a pack. So if you're looking to send out multiple items over time, you can always have these as a backup to send any 8x10 photos. Hopefully all of that information is helpful to you and making sure that you're safely, securely, and successfully sending in your photos to be signed at your next celebrity private signing. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like it, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell notification to be notified when we post new videos. We have some more exciting things coming in the very near future here at Brandao Collection, so you're not going to want to miss all those things we have to offer. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep on collecting!